It's so rewarding to see so many people proud of this club and interested in this club, and I think I'll forever cherish that feeling.
When I eventually switched over from engineering to economics, I found out about the Econ Society, and finding out that the club was kind of reviving itself after kind of dying off during COVID. I thought that this was a perfect time to join, and giving students an opportunity and a place where, you know, they can be involved on campus, I think was really important to me.
The club is not exclusive to just economics students. Any art student, any student in undergrad is welcome to join. They're welcome to join just to see what the club is like or to see what the program is like. Anyone can come to our club events, not necessarily just people who are members, so it's pretty casual and there's almost no downside to joining.
It's just a way to get involved on campus and help other students, and also like make a connection with other students as well.
You need a social circle to be able to do well academically.
I am the president of the Economics Society, and my role typically involves, maintaining current relationships, overseeing the club activities, organizing meetings, doing all of the admin sort of. But my role is a little bit different this year because we're really working on building up the club. And so instead of maintaining relationships, I also have to focus on forming relationships, setting a precedent for the club, and, coming up with new ideas and new directions on where to take the club. And it's been a really good learning curve so far.
So right now I am the junior economist, so my role revolves around creating monthly media projects to create engagement between the club and undergraduate students, both in the economics program and interested in economics. So that can range from, reports, videos, interviews, anything that could create involvement between the club and students. That's what I'm involved with.
I am the International Students Rep. And the International Students Rep, it basically involves attending the club's meeting, working with International Center and international students to get their perspective included in the Econ Club.
So my current role is Director of Finance. I manage the money for the club. That includes revenue generation, that includes projects that we have, like our hoodie order that we put in, also includes refunds with UMSU for every event that we have, and making sure that we're able to have a club that can exist with the funds in our account.
I am the Indigenous rep for the Econ Society. My sort of main duties are making sure Indigenous students are engaged in the Economic Society, attending our community UMSU meetings, and just making sure that Indigenous students are aware that this exists, that we can support them socially, that there are ways that they can be involved.
I am this year's Director of Communications. I mostly write the newsletter, ensure that all relevant communication goes out to students, make sure that they're well informed, sprinkle in some news, economic news in the newsletter. I communicate with certain collaborators that we have, and ensure that communication with students and members of the club goes smoothly, as I facilitate stuff like our Telegram and our newly made Discord.
I'm the Black Student Representative for the Econ Society. I help in bringing in diverse voice and making sure, collaborating with other club or other faculties to help represent the minority voices, and yeah.
So for Economic Society, I'm their executive assistant, and my role mostly involves helping everyone stay efficient, get their ideas out there properly, and make sure everything internally is working fine.
I'm director of marketing, so mostly what I do is I make the Instagram posts. Right now I'm working on a poster so we can put it up around the university and get other people involved who maybe haven't heard about us and get them involved in the club.
So I grew up in a small town where there were few and far opportunities, which I think really emphasized the need for community for me. I've always been really passionate about leaving things better than I found them. And this club really, really spoke to me because I think it's really important to have conversations about our political views and the economy And I really wanted to foster a space where people felt safe and conversations were respected. And I think that this club has a lot of potential. And I think there's a lot of people who are really interested in economics that maybe aren't taking econ courses and they still want to be involved. And I think that this club really fosters that mentality.
So when I shifted from actuarial science to economics, I didn't know a lot about economics or what you could do with it. And there were not many campus resources. But I came across this club, which wasn't really well known back then. It was the Economics Society. I attended one of their events and really liked it. And a few days after, they put out the word that they were hiring new execs for the new year. And why not? I want to let people learn about economics and learn about economics myself. So it was a no-brainer.
What really inspired me was to meet like-minded individuals. Since I'm a major in economics and a minor in I'm a major in criminology and I'm a minor in economics, so I wanted to know how both relate in the real world, and yeah, that's why I joined.
So up until this year, I haven't really been on campus very much, so I haven't had a huge opportunity to meet other people studying economics. So this was a really great way for me to meet new people and get involved with other people who are also studying economics, which I didn't really know many before. So it's been really nice to meet new people and have that as a way to connect with others.
So I'm a fourth year economics major from the get-go. Yeah, when I started university, I knew I wanted to major in economics. I'm just passionate about the field of economics and how economics can be used as a discipline. So I just wanted to foster a community, help foster a community here at the University of Manitoba of economics students and like-minded individuals.
I think that the University of Manitoba is lacking student life's community in a lot of ways, and I felt that a lot in my first year where I didn't necessarily have a community on campus. Yes, I knew people from high school and from other various things I've done in my life, but I struggled to find a community on campus, and I think that this has helped me do that, and that was one of my reasons for joining it.
I joined the Econ Society because I'm an economics major, and a lot of my friends asked me a lot of questions about econ. So I wanted to join the Econ Society to help other people other than my friends. Yeah.
So we host a lot of academic events. We have both coming up. We have a graduate student panel where we'll give undergraduate students an insight into what graduate education is like from grad students. We have our Y-Econ event as well, which will talk about the economics program in general for undergraduate students, which is put on in collaboration with professors in the department. So, and then we also provide academic resources, academic support, and that is the big thing that the club gives to students.
This far in the year, we had an event, social event, Supply and Socialize, where we played casino tabletop games and some icebreakers. It was our first large event with the membership to introduce everyone to everyone else. It was a great success. We had a great turnout. We've also been tabling somewhat regularly, although I want to be doing that a lot more, where we've been increasing our membership and expanding our presence here on campus as a revitalized club.
Well, I know our president, Abby, really wants to get us a lounge, and I think it would be really great for us to have a space to do that. And we really started this club from nothing, so I think we've already made so much progress in getting it where we want it to be, but just getting our name out there and getting people involved, and we already do have a lot more people than I think we expected to have. So I think, yeah, just getting us on the map is kind of the main goal.
My goals is to represent Black students and to create an inclusion and collaboration, because not much people are into economics, or not much Black people are being seen in the economics field. So I want to help Black people feel more involved and go for it, and by doing events. Right now I'm trying to host a Black student report to show we have lot of Black people, and we also need more Black people to join the econ field.
I want the Econ Society to help set a precedent for other student groups, other organizations on campus, because I think we are heavily lacking student life on campus, like I keep saying. And if we can set that precedent both internally for future years within Econ Society and externally for other clubs, organizations, I think we could do a really amazing thing with the legacy we leave behind.
My goals for the Economic Society, I'm going to try and keep them to 3. I have a lot of goals, but I think the most important ones for me are increasing our presence on campus, making ourselves known, setting that precedent now for what the club can be in the future, and just reaching our full potential. I think that students really want, to see merchandise from the club and a more active presence on campus, and I want to provide that for them. That's one of my goals. In summary, my goals for the club are just to provide the members with what they need and to support students in their journey in economics.
The goals I have for the Econ Society, basically to make the basically to make sure that the voices of international students are heard in the Econ Society. I think a lot of international students really like social events, so I'm trying to incorporate those ideas into the Econ.
Mostly just grow it, build a bigger community. I'm sure there's so many really interesting economic students I've yet to meet, so I just think it'd be good to build a big community so that everybody can meet like-minded individuals who are interested in the same things as they are, kind of nerd out about economics together. I think that's what I really want for this year.
So my goal for the club is to have a balance in our bank account that is comfortable, such that we don't need to necessarily rely totally on the UMSU funding, that we can have money left over for future years if we were to ever lose that funding, or if there were any projects we wanted to take on that weren't UMSU refundable. When we took over the club in the spring, there was an amount of money, although it wasn't too sizable, and I'd really like to grow that so it can outlive and outlast me and everyone part of the team right now.
My big goal is to create as much engagement with undergraduate students as possible. I think that, like I said, when the club died off during COVID, economics students really didn't have a place or a student group to kind of associate themselves with. So kind of getting that revival to a level as high as it can be is really important. So my goal, like I said, create as much engagement, get as many students involved, and spread the word about the economics program, the club, and what economics can entail for so many students.
So it was we had a sweatshop night. It was called we called it sweatshop night, but we were making buttons and organizing our documents, and that was really nice. Honestly, best memory.
I'm gonna be so honest. It was dealing blackjack at Supply and Socialize. Luke brought in some tables so that we could play a few games of blackjack, maybe apply some strategy and some theory into playing blackjack. And yeah, that was probably my favorite experience. Just like people would ask me, oh, what should I do on this hand against this? That it just reminded me of game theory, and I just thought that was really fun.
My favorite memory was when we were planning the social event. I felt like that was really fun because everyone had already gotten used to each other, so everyone was just expressing their ideas freely and just talking freely. I felt like that was a really nice memory.
I did say this earlier, but I really enjoyed getting to be a blackjack dealer. I thought it was really fun, and I feel like the people playing at my table didn't really know when I was messing up and not doing great, so it was a fun way for me to get to kind of practice that and cosplay dealer. It was fun for me.
I don't know if there's one memory or a memory I can say on camera, but we tend to have social events after all our meetings and our regular club events, and those are always pretty enjoyable.
you don't have to know about economics to be interested in economics. That's what we're here for. We're here to talk about it, you know. And I think it's important that those conversations keep happening. So I guess I just want people to know I'm scared too. Fear is temporary, and good things will come when you put yourself in uncomfortable situations, like, you know, going to a club night, going to an event for the first time by yourself. Like, we work really hard here to make this a welcoming environment, and I hope that you feel the same way. Josef. I'm gonna restart that. Can you ask it again?
Very sorry.
I know, I'm giving Jaden Smith over here.
Let me know. Hello? Hello?
Yeah, it's
Mic check. Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Well, I don't know. We'll read it later when I'm not, you know, when my mind can focus on things that don't matter.
What was my role again?
So joining that was like to meet other. Can we speak again?